Hello amigos, I'm Dan and welcome to the season finale of my Apertura 2023 playlist. Obviously everyone knows by now Chivas are out of the Liga at the quarterfinal stage, having get knocked out by Pumas, who won the second leg 3-0, 3-1 aggregate. Yeah, it pretty much sucks to be honest with you. Try not to be too bitter about it, but it's been just under 24 hours and I'm still a bit bitter about it, but I'm trying not to be. So going into the game, obviously before the game, in my last episode, I stressed how getting only a 1-0 victory at the Akron wasn't good enough. It wasn't big enough of a lead. And unfortunately, I was proven right. Going away to Pumas is never easy. We've done it a couple of weeks ago in the last game of the season. We got beat 1-0 there. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a kick in the gut, to be honest with you. Chino obviously getting his penalty goal. I think it was his birthday as well. Don't know why that kid hates Chivas so much, but it is what it is. It's like Sendejas Part 2. So he obviously had enjoyed his night, had a good moment. The only good moment he had in three whole games. Have to be brutally honest about that. But still, 3-0 victory is pretty crushing. As soon as the penalty went in, that was pretty much it. Chivas just couldn't offer anything going forward in this game. Yeah, I try not to blame coaches. I think blaming the coaches is a bit of a cheap shot. But in this case, Pano just didn't learn anything from the first leg. I think he went for the exact same lineup. Brizuela starting for me is not the right call. I think we should have started with Padilla or even Vega. I think Vega could have done with a decent start in this game, but. Yeah, I'm trying not to be too critical of Paunovic, but he got that wrong. I was expecting a different lineup this game, and just he's like, nah, just go for the same lineup. I tweeted out, good 24, about 12 hours ago now, basically saying that not playing Pocho in I was going to say Pochettino then, but not playing Pocho in any minutes in these last two games is a sackable offence to me. I really want a clear, direct answer as to why he wasn't played. The fact that Vega got minutes, given the controversy. I mean, I'm a Vega supporter. I love the guy, but the fact that he got minutes and Pocho didn't, that's massive alarm bells for me. I really want to, unless Pocho's got a bit of a knock and he's kind of would have been able to play it if he absolutely had to. But yeah. So I'm hoping that maybe Pocho had a little bit of a knock in Paunovic and was just trying to save him for a bit. But yeah, sackable offence. That's just atrocious. I mean, Pocho is a massive leader in this team. I would say he's our best midfielder. Guti's come into his own in the last few games. The Akron, I would say the first leg was his best performance in the Chivas jersey, but still. And Beltran as well. Beltran got the goal at the Akron as well, so you have to give him credit as well, and he was a decent captain. But there's no doubt that Pocho is our best midfielder. I'm sorry if that hurts you in any way, but it's straight fact. He's a leader as well. I just feel like if he'd played any part of these last few games, I think the outcome would have been different. Um, yeah, I mean, Padilla, I think, deserved to start. He deserved way more chances and way more minutes that he was getting in the last few games. Again, not sure why he didn't start. Even Vega, like I said, like even he, cause I love Brizuela, I do. He's a club legend in my opinion, and a personal favourite of mine. But he shouldn't be starting games. He should be coming off the bench in the 70th, maybe 75th minute, and seeing out a game. He shouldn't be starting, in my opinion, especially at Ligia level. If it was a league game, maybe you can get a bit of a leeway, but at Ligia, where you've got to win, Pumas weren't exactly great. They're not a great team, but they're beatable. We proved that at Yakron. It's just, we weren't clinical enough. The one bright spot for me was, having said all that, I'm trying not to moan too much, but the one positive from this whole game was JJ Macias finally getting back on the pitch after so long. Again, this season I think would have been his season. I think him getting re-injured at the beginning of the season sucked for him and sucked for the club, and I think we're stuck with Ricardo Marin and no one else. Marin's done all right in my opinion. He's not set the world alight. He's not um, done as good well as he could have done, but I think he did all right. I think he's done a fair decent season. He scored a really good goal this season as well. We've got to give him credit for that, but JJ Macias is on a different level, and if we can just keep him fit now, then hopefully next season going into the Clausura, we're going to start seeing a little bit more of the old JJ Macias, and hopefully he can have a really good season under Paunovic. Um, Regarding Paunovic, I think he stays. I mean, people saying, "Oh, he should leave." People that say that he should be sacked are just dumb. And, the man's gotten us since two league years on the bounce. He got to a final recently. I think that's more than enough to keep him in his job. He has massive lessons to learn from these two games, in my opinion. Um, the Vega issue wasn't his fault, I don't think. Chakotay as well, he started this game. Two massive players for the club having off the field issues. It's not on Paunovic, in my opinion. I think that he probably wasn't behind the decision to kick them out of the squad completely, especially Vega. I think the way Paunovic talks about Vega, I think he would have liked to have had him um, an option in this entirety of the season. The fact that Vega's missed out on large swathes of the season, I think is a little bit part of the reason why we've been. It hasn't been a great season at all. It's been actually quite a bad season. I think it was bad before even the whole Vega thing happened. I remember being at Yakon in September and he was being booed on when he came on. He was already Vega has done nothing this season. I'm not gonna hide that. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. Like, he's done nothing this season except causing monumental grief for the club and for Paunovic. Whatever he did, I mean, I don't think he did what people say that he did, but whatever he did, like, was just dumb, and hopefully he's learned from it. But yeah, it's just a crap end to a crap season. I'm quite done with it, to be honest with you. Just I tweeted out earlier, like a massive clear out needs to happen now, and it needed to happen last summer. If I'm being brutally honest, players that shouldn't really be playing for Chivas anymore. It's like there's rumours going to the last part of this video because I don't want to rant too much. Players have been linked out already. I think Mia's gonna go, and I think it's a good decision for him and for us. We need younger defenders now. Our entire back line is quite old now. Jesus Sanchez, I love Jesus Sanchez. I love him. Like, he's a club legend for me, but time to move on. Mozo is obviously our starting right back, but we need this second game in particular. Mozo is not perfect. I think he's good enough to be an L3, maybe not a starter, but backup. But he's not perfect, and we don't. I mean, having only Jesus Sanchez coming off the bench is not ideal in my opinion. So we need an upgrade in that department, in my opinion. And the final one's Ricardo Brazuela, like a guy that I mentioned already. I'd keep him at the club. I just don't want him starting. I think he's going to be a good substitution. That's just my dog making a noise for no reason. Yeah, I just think he should be starting. I think he'd be a quite good substitution off the bench. I think Jesus Sanchez and Mia are not. Mia has barely featured at all in this season, so those three players look like they're on the way out. It's a little bit too soon for me to think that that's what's going to happen. I think I think media is just generating hype and piggybacking off the result from yesterday and everyone talking about Chivas right now. They just want to check out a couple of articles, but I think those three players are definitely going to go. Maybe not Brazuela, but I think the other two are. And we need to bring some players in. I think the under 23s just won the league literally the day before this game, so maybe bring up a couple more youth players. Badir's done brilliantly. I think Brigadoux needs more time with the team as well. I think I would like to see Puente. There's a couple of different players like Garcia. The goalkeeper, I think he's absolutely ready to be at least in the squad for the senior team. So maybe just bring up a couple more youngsters. But we need some more experience in this team as well. So yeah, like I said, a massive rebuild needs to be happening. Vega probably could still leave. I'll be very, very surprised if he's still at the club. the first game of the Clausura. I think he'll go, in my opinion, unless we can't get rid of him or we can't swap him. If Paunovic stays, I think I can see him wanting Vega to stay. Vega's on a decent contract. Yeah, so that could make it difficult to sell him. Maybe swapping him for maybe a Marcel Ruiz or someone like that maybe would happen. But for me, I don't actually think we need any more midfielders right now. I don't think midfield's a position that we need to strengthen in. I think Pocho, Guti, and Beltran, and a couple of the others are more than enough to be getting on with. Um, should have just played Pocho, man. I don't. That has aggravated me, and it will aggravate me for a while. Just play Pocho. He's our best midfielder. He's a leader on the pitch. He's our captain. Just play him. Like, it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, like I said, changes are going to happen. I think in this club. Hopefully, Paunovic stays. Even if Paunovic's thinking about leaving, I don't think he's going to go in January. I think he'll wait till the summer. If we can stabilise the backroom stuff and the whole Vegas situation, get rid of some of the older players, bring in some new younger players, and then go again. But people say, oh, he's had 3 tournaments. That Almeida had three tournaments. He won us the league. Blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, cool. But we should have won the league last tournament, but we didn't. But for me, just getting to Ligia, I mean, it's been so long since we had back-to-back Ligias, for God's sake. Like that's an achievement enough to be getting on with, and that's enough to keep Paunovic in the job. Whether he wants to stay or not, I don't know. But yeah, this season's total contrast to last season. Last season we were playing really well. We got to a really good spot in Ligia. We got to the final, and we were 45 minutes away from winning it. This season's just been crap the entire time. Bad results. The whole stupid Nations League thing, whatever that was, waste of time. That kind of disrupted us as well. Just a really crap season with some good moments in it. Don't get me wrong. Some really good goals, some really good results. But yeah, it's felt like a bad season, and it feels like a bad end to the bad season. So yeah, for me, Liga is over for now. I'm not fussed whoever wins it. Congratulations. I kind of hope Pumas don't. I reckon America will. Don't want Tigres to win it. But beyond that, I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm just too annoyed about it. The only reason I'm doing this video is because I'm just going from work and I'm awake anyway. I just want to get this last video out because it's the ending of the playlist. So playlist that I'm probably not going to return to ever again, to be honest with you. But yeah, as I said, like any transfers out, any transfers in, I'll do videos and reactions to that. Yeah, it's just a crap. It is what it is. There's plenty of good things. I think that if Busuela does leave, then Padilla walks into that team. In my opinion, I think he's done enough to warrant being a regular starter. But we need challenges in the team. Every single player needs to be having someone challenging them, and forcing them to do their best each game. So yeah, like I said, I'll bring up some more players from the youth team, and I'll buy a couple of players and go again. Like I said, last time I mentioned it, I want Paunovic to stay. I think he's the best thing to happen to this club since Almeida. Brutally honest opinion, to be honest with you. And I don't want him to leave yet. It's bitterly disappointing. I'm disappointed in him. I think his team selection was crap. I think his game management was crap. But he's this is what, second year in Mexico now. He hopefully he learns from this experience, and we go again in after the Christmas break. So yeah, it's probably going to be my last Chivas video for a little while. Again, until something happens. I think the new jersey comes out soon, so yeah, I'll do the video for that because I'm based on the photos of that new jersey. It looks absolutely amazing. So definitely gonna get it. So I'll do a reaction to that as well if and when it gets announced. And yeah, take it easy, guys. Enjoy your Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates. And yeah, just just mourn this season and then get ready for over after Christmas because we'll all be back again. We'll all be annoyed at Chivas for a little while, the players and the coach, but we'll all be back come January. So I'll see you guys then, and yeah, take it easy, and I'll see you guys soon. Adios.